Yo, what's going on, man? It is your boy, baby, JoeNoJoseph, and I'm back at it again with another one, all right? Today, man, we got solving the hardest mysteries in internet history, man. I'm super hyped to get into this video. If you guys have not already, subscribe to the Fellows Mystery Podcast. Why do I keep saying podcast? I really don't understand. Why you guys are not following them. Like, what are you doing? Let's go ahead and get into this video, man.
Oh my god, I know it's one too many times now, Chip, but honestly, I apologize I'm late, mate. I got caught up chatting to a guy that collects magazines.
I love how Chip is just always on time.
What does he like?
Sounds like you got a lot of issues.
Okay. Fucking goddamn it, dude. Freezy's gonna be a good dad, bro. His dad joke game is gonna be crazy.
Glad to be back.
Detective Freezy, today we have one of the craziest and most notorious internet scavenger hunts in the history of the internet.
In the history.
I heard that right. Don't get it fucking twisted.
The camera in focus.
The only thing you need to worry about today, Chip, is solving today's mystery. Now, this mystery is not a murder mystery.
No.
Nobody has died. Can we get a round of applause?
Aww.
Today,
Well, if nobody dies, what am I solving, bro? What am I solving?
this mystery is all about, I would say it's one of the most elaborate scavenger hunts I've ever heard of. It sounds
Scavenger?
so insane that it's hard to believe that this actually happened. But it sounds really cool, and I sort of wish I had the brains to partake. This
I don't know why that was funny.
Yeah, but you don't.
I don't.
But you do have the brains to possibly solve the case.
Wow.
And this is the story of Cicada 3301.
Oh, I like this. Oh, this is hard. Yo. When did they do this? Nigga. These edits, boy.
Now, cicada is actually, in fact, an insect. Did you know that?
So is this all about an insect? Surely not.
No, that's just the...
I always thought that was called a cicada. I don't know why. I always thought it was called a cicada, though. Every time. It's crazy.
The name.
That's just the logo, the name. Cicada was, let's call it the nickname of an organization, possibly even just like a single person who posted a set of puzzles on the internet quite some time ago. We're talking like 2012, started in 2012. Those puzzles, they mainly focused on data security, cryptography, and internet privacy.
Right.
And there was 3 puzzles, by the way.
Three different puzzles?
3 different puzzles, 2012, 2013, and 2014.
Now, all of these puzzles all started on the same date, which was January 4th of
crazy.
These years.
Yep.
Right? And we're going to go through each one, but the third one has still not been solved. They haven't figured it out, the last one. There was a lot of debate about what exactly the whole, whether was it an organization? Was this all done by a group of people? Was this done by a lone wolf? Did one person manage to do this?
I like the idea of a lone wolf. Just a man sat at his computer at home. A couple Mountain Dews everywhere.
Nah.
Yeah, Doritos on his chest.
No, I could see it. It has to be like multiples.
Puzzles, it
has to
definitely
be,
makes
right?
it seem like there's quite a few.
I feel like it couldn't be any other way.
International puzzle. These were in, I believe, up to like 14 different locations.
It was extremely large scale.
Yeah,
We're gonna tell
international.
you all about it.
Some people actually believe that these puzzles that were put out, the cicada puzzles, were actually a form of recruitment, because these are like high-level, highly intellectual people have to solve these, and so they reckon that maybe people like the NSA, the CIA, the MI6, big organizations putting these out to recruit the smartest people into their organization. Now, when we get into it, we'll discuss the probability of something like that, but it's certainly a theory that a lot of people are running with when it comes to the Cicada 3301 puzzles.
Okay, we'll get into the puzzles now.
What?
Now we've got the first puzzle posted on January 4th, 2012, and it's posted on a website called 4chan. Some of you probably heard about that.
Oh, yeah.
4chan is notorious for like internet
Troll.
trolling. Right.
Okay, I
It
guess
is like
so.
there's a lot of trolls, a lot
lot
of
of
funny
dodgy stuff on
yeah,
there as well, like,
funny
you know.
stuff happens on there. It's where a lot of memes are first created, and so that's why a few people believe that this could just be one person because it is on 4chan.
Could just be an elaborate scam.
Exactly.
Anyway, the first puzzle as follows. Hello.
But you want to know what I kind of don't understand? I'm so sorry to pause it right there, guys. I'm so sorry. Have you guys ever heard of geocaching? Like not like the regular geocaching, but like the extreme geocaching or whatever, Oh, look who it is. Sparkle wants to talk now, you fucking whore. I was calling your name like an hour ago. Yes, I do believe in aliens. I was also trying to figure out what time I needed to be ready to play Halo. Also, geocaching, I always thought that was like some CIA thing, bro. Scared the hell out of me. I always thought that like they were trying to like find people who were good at like decoding ciphers and stuff like that, just to like bring them on as like secret agents and shit. And usually the people that do geocaching, no cap, like I'm not trying to be weird, like rude or anything, but they're usually a little weird or a little wild, you know what I'm saying? So they might be down for it.
We are looking for
Said your
highly
mama.
intelligent
7:30 my time.
individuals. To find them, we
9:30
have
your
devised
time.
a
Oh,
test.
okay, bet.
There is a message hidden in this image. Find it, and it will lead you on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few that will make it all the way through. Good
Why
luck.
is it like double
3301.
spaced at the start of the
Boom.
sentence?
First
Nice.
puzzle. There it is. So that's where you start. Now,
Yeah.
enter into the scene Joel Erickson, a
Yeah.
34-year-old crypto security researcher.
Hey,
And
anybody with Joe in their name is always gonna figure it out, chat, no cap.
developer, and he's from Sweden. So as you can imagine, a puzzle like this posted on 4chan, it attracted people from all over the world.
Oh, of course.
And, imagine that was your first. I mean, look, you and me, very highly intellectual in our own way.
I was busy playing COD these times, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in lobbies telling people certain things about certain mothers.
Yeah. So we unfortunately didn't stumble across this, but let it be known, had we have found this, we would have solved it within the 24 hours.
Oh, no problem.
But Joel Erickson here, a 34-year-old crypto security researcher, took it upon himself and actually managed to solve this. So to crack the very first code, what he did was he actually opened the image in a text editor.
Oh, I would have done the exact same. Very smart.
Now, in this text editor, he managed to find some bits of text in there, which led him to a URL.
Ooh.
Now, on this URL, it was an image of a duck.
Oh, that's
What
good
the
because
fuck?
you never know. Clicking a dodgy URL, you don't know where you'll go.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of people probably thought, oh, this could be a virus. At least I would be. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be thinking that. I'm not too sure I would have made it this far, but if I did make it this far,
Oh, you would have.
no doubt. Now, the image of a duck, this he actually thought to be a dead end.
No doubt.
As you would. Like, you've seen a picture of a duck, you think, you know what, sack this off. But he actually used a bit of software called Outguess. Now, this ended up leading him to a book cipher, right? And that book cipher ended up taking him to a Reddit URL.
What?
Reddit is unbelievable. Now, it was even better for him because it took him to this Reddit URL, and at the top of this Reddit page, there were Mayan numerals. Now, big Joel Erickson
I'd have
here
been pissed.
actually had a bit of history, a bit of experience working with ancient Mayan numerology. So he'd almost struck a bit of gold
Yeah,
here, right?
he's in
He
the
got
right
lucky
place,
there. And so they were sitting nice and pretty at the top of the page.
Well, this is the kind of guys that they were looking for, like kind of
Yeah.
people. And, well, you never doubt the duck.
Never doubt the duck.
Never doubt the duck. So he's noticed on the Reddit page, a user is publishing several posts in encoded text. So he encodes those messages with the help of the book. And
Okay.
ultimately, these messages lead to 2 new images, which in the end lead to a phone number in Texas. Now, he calls that phone number, and this is the message that he gets.
Very good. You have done well.
There are
There are
3
three prime numbers associated with the original final.jpg image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other two. Multiply all 3 of these numbers together and add a .com on the end to find the next step. Good luck. Goodbye.
At this point,
What?
the first photo, it's circling around. And people, they're starting to question who it's from. You know, earlier we mentioned
Oh, this is
CIA,
kinda badass.
NSA, you know,
When you
an
think about it, this
individual,
is
secret
kinda
society,
badass.
What's going on? Anyway, the 2 missing numbers that the voicemail mentioned were actually the dimensions of the image, which were 509 by 503. So if we times all those numbers together, you get www.845145127.com.
Jeez.
Yeah, this
Sounded
is
like a scamming website.
Oh,
that is not
yeah.
a URL I'd click on, but these lot, they're on it. They're on the trail. This dodgy looking website, right? On it was a countdown.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but this just sounds cool, right? So
Yeah,
there's a
no,
countdown,
I like this.
and when it reached 0, it released the coordinates.
I was trying to cut it up, so I'm sorry, chat.
Dotted in 4 different locations. Sorry, not 4. 14 different locations.
Whoa.
In 5 different countries.
That's some serious, like, you gotta have some resources to put this together to make this happen.
Hell yeah, you gotta have some resources. What the fuck?
Initially, people were convinced that this was a bit of an organization rather than just one person.
Yeah.
But what is interesting to know is that all these locations, all these coordinates were never further than 1 hour away from an international airport. So,
Wow.
so is it one guy just stopping off in these spots,
Getting
just
an
doing
Uber.
like flight, getting an Uber, like wherever it might be, and then jumping back on a flight, doing the next one, and doing it like that? Obviously, you'd have to have quite a bit of money to make that happen.
Yeah, because the
But
hour-long
that's
Uber
possible.
from the
But
airport?
The reason why people think it's more of an organization were, okay,
That
were there
charge
people
gonna be
already stationed
crazy.
in these countries, and they were just, doing it like, wherever.
Yeah, maybe it was a
wherever
group.
were.
They all organized it. They all,
Yusuf,
collaborated. Like,
this is solving the
we'll meet at
hardest
this
mystery in
point.
internet
live here,
history.
you live here,
Cicada
you put one in
301.
that, you put one in that country, whatever.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's impressive. It's better than the idea of someone's dad just getting bored one day and being like, "Yeah, I'm going to do this."
Yeah, it's way more
I'm gonna send
exciting
the
that way.
internet on a little hunt.
These coordinates, they led to a cicada and a QR code. Now, if you can just imagine, like those signs that people put up, like, "Oh, my cat's missing," or whatever, like that's sort of what it looked like. It was just wrapped around a pole, and on it had the image of a cicada, and then
Yeah, that
also
looks
a
weird.
QR
So
code.
That just
the
looks
cicada,
weird.
the insect, and then literally a QR code.
Oh, we know where Freezy got the inspiration for the treasure hunt? No cats.
Strapped to a
Missing
telephone.
dog Larry.
Exactly. So
It works.
they've gone straight forward with it, and it worked because that QR code actually led to an image, which led to a riddle, right? And then finally, that riddle led to a book, right? And then again, the book led to a Tor website. So the Tor,
Oh,
a Tor
shit.
website, to anyone that doesn't know,
Dark web.
is the browser that you use to access the dark web.
Yeah, never been on there, by the way. I would never.
I wouldn't recommend going on there if you don't know what you're doing.
No,
Absolutely not.
no. Maybe.
So you had Joel Erickson, right? Now he was doing this all by himself, but it's safe to say that there were a lot of people like collaborating. So you would think what they were after were individuals doing this.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it led to loads of people working together. So there were like little groups
Kind of
working on it.
cancelled out the whole idea of looking for the, the
Really smart guy.
smartest, individuals when everyone's working together. 100 brains better than one.
Yeah, so they were. I mean, they were probably not best pleased with that, and so what they ended up doing was they had this sort of like first come first serve style thing, where the first people to complete it would actually be let in because quite a few people were getting it done.
Like they were accepted, and then the others were cast aside.
Yeah, exactly. Now the Joel Erickson guy, he actually started a week later than everyone else, so he was a little bit annoyed. But he was so quick at doing it that he actually closed that 1 week gap and managed to like catch up to everyone else, and he ended up being considered one of the winners of it.
Oh,
They even
Damn,
closed
a
the
whole
website
week?
with the quote, "We want the best, not the followers."
Ooh. Imagine you get to the website thinking you're about to do it, and it says that you've just been called
Yeah,
a follower,
a follower.
a sheep.
Yeah, you're too late. You're late to the party, bro. So, yeah, essentially, look, it was quite clear that they were here to recruit people, and this just wasn't really like a random dad doing this for fun.
Yeah. There was a couple of loopholes, and people working together was one of them, really.
Yeah, so...
What did they expect? They posted it on the internet.
Yeah, I think that
I mean, I
maybe
would
a little bit of an oversight because always with this sort of stuff, people on the internet just share their findings. But there was definitely the first few people that managed to get there. They were obviously invited into this mysterious group.
Yeah, but maybe that was the whole point in the end. The people that didn't share the final bits made it through.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone that needed
The help of
information,
other
they
people.
needed that information. They needed it sharing. They didn't make it.
They didn't make it.
Sure. Now,
I mean,
Erickson
that would
actually
make
said it was quite
sense. Honestly, that would make a lot of sense. Because then if they did make it, I'd be like, hey, fuck this, bro. I don't want to be a part of this group. I don't think it's just letting anybody and everybody in this hoe. I couldn't do it. That's still so, bro, like, the fact that there's people out there who, like, sit and, like, they scour the web and they look for these kind of, like, quizzes and, like, things going on to, like, kind of figure out, like, how to, like, read through these codes and find these ciphers, like, it's so crazy. It's literally like, it's like fucking finding that, what is that, National Treasure or whatever, all over again. Like, bro, it's so crazy to me, man. Like, real life treasure hunters or real life, like, people who can just figure out that kind of stuff. Like, the fact that you can, like, decode shit, like, that's so cool. I feel like I would never have the patience for it, you know?
Disappointing. The quote actually goes.
Yeah, we're just sitting here chilling, watching a video on it.
Like, registered in time were mostly ones that had not actually solved much of the puzzles themselves. People were sharing solutions and collaborating a bit too much.
I get what he's saying. You know, he's doing the hard work. He's hustling. He's grinding away. And then there's people out there just sharing it on Reddit, you know, on boards, forums. It would be a bit disheartening to not get through or not to make the private stage that people said existed.
Yeah, it might have happened afterwards.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know if it'd be.
When you're working with other people, things just happen quicker. You can sort of delegate different jobs to different people, or, you know, also not only that, but the countries that these clues were in. I mean, I think you had USA, Poland, France, South Korea, and Australia. You know, these aren't places you can quickly just nip over to.
Yeah, so I guess you do kind of need a little bit
especially
of
help. Especially Australia,
it is
bro.
important to note that actually those particular locations are known to have very highly skilled people.
Yeah, he's got to be a fucking, literally a genius. Like, I can't wait to hear more of his story.
Cicada, and they had people positioned in those places in the first place. So instead of it just being one person going around putting up these posters, you know, they had people in Australia, in Poland, and they were like, yeah, just go pick a place there and let us know.
I like the idea of, like, maybe members of the Cicada just, like, sat on a rooftop with binoculars, all in black, watching people walk up to the poster, like some proper Jason Bourne shit.
They're like, nah, we don't want them.
Maybe it was me.
Chip, it definitely wasn't.
No, maybe it was. Maybe it was.
You don't know how to spell your own name.
U-J-O-S-H. A month later, the image gets published, you know, in the conclusion of the search, everything's finished, and here is what it says. Hello, we have now found the individuals we sought, thus our month-long journey ends, for now. Thank you for your dedication and efforts. If you were unable to complete the test or did not receive an email, do not despair. There will be more opportunities like this one. Thank you all. 3301, and then a bunch of numbers.
P.S.
Well, Chip, I feel like the bunch of numbers at the end probably, I mean, it says P.S. and then a bunch of numbers at the end.
Yeah, it probably means something.
So
I think they're telling them, like,
especially with the way these lot are all, like, you know, it's all a big puzzles.
No, I feel like that right there is literally them, like, saying, like, if you can figure that out, then that's like your last chance to join the squad, you know? Like, if, like, I bet you that's like some type of coordinate or something telling them to go somewhere. And it's like, if you pull up and you were able to break that, they're like, okay, all right, cool, we'll take you, you know? Or it could have been like a ticket for the next game, like the next section of stuff, you know?
Like little
I don't know.
And things like that in these images. And
or it could have been a joke.
Statements.
Like, fuck you, haha, you lost.
There was just a real lack of talk about the entire thing. And that's what led to people thinking, like, well, what was the point in this massive scavenger hunt, really? There's no one's chatting about it. No one really knows what happened afterwards. So was it all just a big scam? Was it just a big waste of time?
No. Second puzzle. Okay, 1 year later, exactly 1 year, because it's 4th of January 2013. Now, another image was posted. Now, before I go ahead and read out that image, there was a way for people to actually check if this was, you know, the official Cicada. And that
Lord
is
have mercy, I'm about to
signature
bust.
of that said image.
You're probably wondering, what the hell is a PGP? Well, we got definitions on definitions.
Pretty good
PGP
privacy.
stands for pretty good privacy.
Ooh.
Now, that is an encryption system used for both sending encrypted emails and encrypting sensitive files. Essentially a way for people to verify that it was an official message from Cicada.
Yeah, so if it didn't have that exact
because if it does,
piece of content, it wasn't.
that's how
that goes
smart.
for all the clues, all the bits of communication was all done through this PGP system.
Yes. Anyway, the puzzle. Hello again. Our search for intelligent individuals now continues. So looking for more.
These guys they're trying to snap up all the intellectual Donnies. Leave some of us, well, they missed two.
Like that. The first clue is hidden within this image. Who would have guessed it? Eh?
Shock.
Fine.
They've hidden some more crap. Or
Crap?
no, maybe not crap.
Well, Cicada, coming for you.
Yeah, Cicada gonna have me off here.
Keep down talking.
I don't mean crap. I just mean look. They hid some more stuff in an image.
Yes. Find it, and it will lead you on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few that will make it all the way through. Good luck. 3301. Boom. Mic drop.
It's like something out of a movie, man. I like
drop.
it. It's cool.
Yeah. It is. They could make. There probably is a movie around this.
Yeah. What? There's a film release this year. Yes. Only in America. I've just been told. Wow. Only in America. There's a film being released on this.
Look at this in New York. Boston.
Hey, we gotta watch the movie, chat. We gotta watch it.
It's around the corner, though, isn't it?
Back to the puzzles, Chip. I'm not gonna lie. This seems very similar
To the first one.
to the first one. And again, with this particular puzzle, the second round, maybe you would say, it was the quickest people to the finish line to solve the puzzle were the winners. And obviously, it all had to have that PGP signature to prove the legitimacy of it all. Now, this image had a message which led to a book. They love an image that leads to a book, you know.
But they love a lead to a lead to a lead to a lead to a lead. Why can't it ever just have the answer?
Personal favorite of mine.
Just have the fucking answer, man. That's it. That's all we want. Just have the fucking answer.
They just do. And I hope it led to Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, a personal favorite of mine.
Well, it didn't, Chip. It actually led to a link, right? A link recording called
Hey, I can only imagine.
Star Emergence was uncovered.
Well, let that thing play a little bit.
So there's a little audio.
Yeah, it's just like a little song.
Was this a song on the URL?
It was like an instrumental, but it was nice. It was like.
We might not even need the original of that. That's nice. Another clue led to a Twitter account.
Bro, they have
Now,
way
on this
too much
Twitter
fun.
account, there was an image.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Ooh.
An image.
Not surprised.
Which ended up being very valuable because it also had a runic alphabet.
Ooh, I know the entire runic alphabet.
I'm not too sure how you would know the entire runic alphabet because you might be wondering, Cal, what is a runic alphabet? Well, that is an alphabet that essentially has some sort of secret or mysterious meaning. So Chip's waffling when he says he knows the runic alphabet because it could be anything. It's secret.
I'm Cicada, and you have all been rumbled. Again, like the first puzzle, there were clues on posters around the world, but this time in 8 locations across 4 countries. Now, you know, it was just the same routine.
Same
the
as
select
before.
few make it through to the final stages, and then that was kind of it. The puzzle just kind of ended, and there was not a concluding message this time.
I'm curious as to why they did everything so similar to the first one. You'd
Maybe
almost
it
feel
worked.
like,
Maybe they felt it actually worked.
yeah, to be fair, it would, but I don't know. I just think that they've done the first one. Surely they want to switch it up a little bit more for the second one.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not part of Cicada, so only they have the answers.
And
to
I
that.
am.
Bro, ain't nobody buying that.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. My nigga Chip is a killer.
Keep going with it, man. Just keep going. The third and so far final puzzle, January the 4th, 2014, exactly a year later again. Now, this clip was posted on a Twitter feed, and the contest, again, extremely similar to the first two. Image led to a message led to a book, and the book to a link. But this time, the puzzle was revolved around a book called Liber Primus? I might have butchered that, but it is what it is.
I would say Liber Primus.
Yeah,
that's how I would
we'll call
pronounce
that. And anyway, that means in Latin, first book. And this book was written by Cicada.
Interestingly enough, remember from that second puzzle, we had the runic alphabet?
Yeah.
Well, now it's the time to use it. So what they've done is, from a clue in the previous puzzle, they're now getting you to use that runic alphabet to decrypt, to decipher.
But how?
Yeah.
Is decrypt a word? I think it is. It is now.
It is now.
Decipher the book written by Cicada.
Yeah, it's pretty smart, to be fair. I like it.
Exactly.
And if I was Cicada, that's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, I'm sure, no doubt that's what you would have done, to be honest, Chip. Now, this particular alphabet is, once they managed to decipher it and make sense of the book, Unfortunately, the translation was still cryptic.
Of course.
How annoying would that be? You spent your whole time.
Imagine it was still a code. Like, imagine you got a code and then there was another code after that.
That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? They need the best of the best.
Be hilarious.
So the message went as follows. Hello. Epiphany is upon you. Your pilgrimage has begun. Enlightenment awaits. Good luck. 3301.
They like using nice words. It would be a bit boring if it was just like, sound lads, third message, third puzzle, and you're doing good. Keep going.
The book itself actually seemed to have quite a lot of philosophical parts to it. And it led a lot of the people that were doing it, a lot of the public that were maybe not necessarily taking part in figuring it out, but just staying along with the story. It made them think that it was a bit more of like a cult, and that the book was their manifesto.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? That's not even a bad shout. Like a weird cult, like, you know, trying to gather people online, looking for select individuals.
Highly intelligent ones as well.
Sound like some CIA shit, or the Anonymous.
Really quite tricky. Because even there were quite a lot of parts of the book that are still left untranslated. People haven't managed to do it. There was one page which told people to go ahead and search up a certain site on the dark web, the deep web, if you want to call it that. But that still remains undiscovered. They couldn't find it. And then there was another page which led to another website that contained a recording called The Interconnectedness. All of that sort of left things in a bit of a dead end. It was a bit weird. No one had really figured this particular puzzle out. And then came January 4th, 2015.
No message.
Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
So since there appeared to be no return in 2015, you know, they'd done it the last previous 3 years. So people were expecting something on January 4th, 2015, and nothing came. And so people believe that the book, Liber Primus, was actually not completed. And without it being completed, Cicada weren't going to return.
Yes, and that theory is supported by the fact at the beginning of
So are they trying to complete it?
Another image posted by Cicada as follows. Hello. Sorry. Hello. The path lies empty. Epiphany seeks the devoted. Liber Primus is the way. Its words are the map, their meaning is the road, and their numbers are the direction. Seek and you'll be found. Good luck. 3301. Beware false paths. Verify open PGP, like we spoke of earlier.
But
verify.
Where there obviously has been a lot of images that were posted online which were trying to, you know, mock, pretend, be Cicada.
Or even just lead people down the wrong.
Yeah,
well, they say beware of false paths. Like, you know, there must have been a lot of misinformation flying around.
Yeah, they've been saying 3301 pretty much this whole time. At least Chip has. They've been fucking that up this whole time.
I think that was just like a fancy way of them saying, just we are the official PG, you know, we're the official Cicada. Follow this PGP.
That's literally it. So the third puzzle remains unsolved. It is the unsolved mystery, right? Now, there's some other information knocking around. There's a leaked email from one of the winners of the 2012 challenge, or so we are led to believe. Now, there is questions about the legitimacy of this email. Let me read it out to you. You have all wondered who we are, and so we shall now tell you. We are an international group. We have no name. We have no symbol. We have no membership rosters. We do not have a public website. And we
this would have got me so horny.
We are a group of individuals who have proven ourselves, and much like you have, by completing this recruitment contest. And we are drawn together by common beliefs.
Come on.
A careful reading of the text used in the contest would have revealed some of these beliefs. That tyranny and oppression of any kind must end. That censorship is wrong, and that privacy is an inalienable right. That really lines up with sort of like an undercover,
like Anonymous,
cyberpunk.
Sounds
energy
like Anonymous.
Is, you know, it's them against, you know, the
whole world,
corporations,
the corporations,
shit, everybody.
That, you know, nobody has any privacy anymore. They're like an underground group that are there that want obviously highly intellectual people to join them in this maybe like crusade, I suppose. But it could just be like an underground cult of people that want to change the way the world is right now.
It does really give me movie vibes. You've got like these underground hackers. You know, they're all extremely smart, and they're going up against the world. being like, you know, privacy is an inalienable right.
Yeah.
They're sending a message.
Now, that is believed to be a leaked email from one of the winners in the 2012 challenge. So
Yeah.
we don't know if that's true. We don't know if that's true, but
I'm about to say, what the fuck did they hack the nigga's email?
It just makes so much sense.
I think it lines up. I think it lines up pretty well.
Does. But there's no real way to know whether this is a reliable source or not, so you have to take it with a pinch of salt.
Apparently, after getting this email from Cicada, they were given a link to an online forum which was comprised of 20 individuals who had gotten through the contest before, and they were established recruits.
Right, got you.
Quote, they shared a common goal to increase privacy and security in the digital age and ensure the freedom of information.
So the stuff we just spoke about there all supports the idea that it is this underground cult. But you have to look at the other side of things, which a few people believe it could be some sort of intelligence agency. We touched on it right at the beginning of all of this, and it is one of those things.
No cap, bro. I'm sitting here like, wait, what? Like, I'm thinking I had it figured out. Like, I'm like, oh, this is obvious. And then all of a sudden, like, some shit changes. And I'm like, wait, what? What? Like, oh God, I could never be a detective, man. Like the loops and the twists and the turns and, oh God, I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it.
Things where I think, right, personally, it's not an intelligence agency, purely for the fact that previously they'd actually just done it out in the open as well. So, for example, you have the GCHQ, which is the government communications headquarters. Now, they actually did a recruitment program, but it was just out there, and it was called like, "Can you find it?" And
what the
people that did manage to find it managed to get themselves a job. And this was completely legit, but it's like, okay, well, if these intelligence agencies were just doing it out in the open, why would they do one that was so secretive and just a bit weird? Not only that, but
doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
unless they're trying to hire people for Area 51.
We're not getting into that today, Chip,
You never know.
But
come on, we got an Area 51 video coming up, chat.
Particular
Let's go.
Recruitment strategy that they used was to appeal to like a wider and a more different audience. So instead of just jumping on LinkedIn and finding someone that studied coding or whatever, they actually did. It was more like it was a challenge to see who was good. Not only that, but the Navy SEALs did it. Google have done it. Like, this isn't an uncommon sort of strategy of hiring people, right? And yeah, it's pretty out there, and I don't know. I don't think that it would be an intelligence company that would do this. It just seems too like underground and weird,
But you never know.
Remember Joel Erickson? Well, he's actually with me on this one, Chip. Yeah, here. Now, this is a quote from him. He said, "It's most likely an underground organization, not related to any government or intelligence agency." He says,
how do you know, Joel? You fuck.
The Agrippa poem by William Gibson, and the Marriage of Heaven and Hell by William Blake, and also the Book of the Law by Aleister Crowley.
Oh, that's the devil, dude. Crowley is the devil, right? Did you guys ever watch Supernatural, the TV show?
References to prime numbers and the like. They are likely intellectual, anti-establishment, ideological.
He's not the devil. He's like I don't know how to explain it. I said that wrong. Now, because I mentioned Supernatural, the people that watch the show, they're going to be like, nigga, he wasn't the devil.
Driven, and they seem to be valuing logical/analytical thinking really highly. They seem to share a lot of ideology with the crypto anarchy movement and old school hackers. So that's Joel's thoughts on it. And just looking through the pictures of this, the way it was all done, it does seem like that. Well, I'm with Joel on this.
I couldn't see the government going around and whacking up like a wanted dog poster with a picture of an insect on it and
on a lamppost somewhere.
I feel like there'd be a little bit more of a budget. Marcus Wanner, the alleged winner of the first puzzle, he actually made a YouTube video with the alleged winner of the second puzzle, who's called Nox Populi. Now, Lamino, we all know him. He has made a great video on this, and he spoke to Nox, and here's what he said. I got my invitation and was told they look forward to working with me in the future. We were given no site to join or any project to work on. We were told we would need to be patient. Now, around May 2013, all communications have stopped. Nox then reaches out to the other winners who experienced the exact same thing. All the stories were the same. We were invited to join 3301, then something happened, and silence followed a request for patience.
Uh-oh.
Now,
It sounds like
Marcus,
they're building one of those groups where like you answer like a text message and you just like act. You know what I mean? Like how those people like they'll all be out in public and they'll just like all put on a mask or some shit and then like do some shit. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if that actually happens. It could just be movies, but
Ledge winners of the first puzzle, he actually worked as part of a group, whereas Joel Erickson, he worked by himself.
Okay.
And it's just weird how after, you know, so you've done the big recruitment process and now they just said, yeah, they just didn't hear from them afterwards. Like, what's the point in doing all of this for nothing?
Maybe the patience is a test. Are you going to be patient and wait? Are you going to start leaking?
Oh, that's
because
a really interesting point,
they were against the idea of leaking, sharing, collaborating. They didn't want you to do that. In 2017,
damn, that's a hella smart way of thinking it.
To actually deny, you know, any false imposters, kind of like.
Because there was a lot. Again, as always with this sort of thing, there was a lot of imposters flying around, a lot of misinformation. But it did read as follows: beware false paths. Always verify PGP signature from 7A35090F. 3301. So you can tell they were getting pretty fed up of
the fakers and the bullshit.
New stuff and
false
shit. I'd have been tight too. No cap.
Paths. But it is interesting that like that's in 2017. Keep in mind that the third puzzle still hasn't been solved. They're still knocking around in 2017. They're just I guess they're waiting for this third puzzle to be solved, for the book to be solved.
Well, fortunately, it is like a modern day puzzle, so we might be kicking about to see this thing get solved.
That would be pretty cool, to be fair. Maybe us doing this video will bring a bit of light to it, and there'll be a genius watching right now that will solve the third puzzle.
And I hope that they have notifications turned on.
Mihai
Andre.
Oh, we got them bitches turned on, cuz. We just don't ever check our notifications.
His theory is that this could all be connected to Bitcoin. Obviously, this was back in the time of when Bitcoin was just starting up. It was all about decentralization, privacy, and his theory essentially is that these two things shared common values. Now, for me, personally, I think it's a massive stretch. There really isn't that much connecting them, except for, you know, having relatively similar values and being at the same time of everything happening. But there's no real connection. Bitcoin's creator is sort of known as Satoshi Nakamoto, which some people believe to be one person, some people believe to be a group of people.
Really? Still not identified
identified to this day. And in this particular theory, they just reckon they're trying to connect those two dots. But for me, it's a reach. I'm not really seeing it. They're sharing
sounds like
values,
a reach.
but at this time, those values were.
Oh, I'm definitely solving it, Nasaka. I'm definitely solving it.
And I just think
that's what I do.
Really isn't that much in common.
I might join, no cap.
Where we at right now? There still isn't much communication.
Y'all know I'm the greatest cold solver in history.
Solved, you know, Cicada haven't come back out and said anything, and hopefully they will. Our man Joel Erickson, things are going pretty well for him. He's, you know, he's a regular speaker at secretive, you know, computer conferences, stuff like that.
Sounds like he's doing well for himself, to be honest. He's got himself jobs. But ultimately, Chip, we still don't know who Cicada are. We don't know much about this third puzzle. If the third one does get completed, will there be a fourth? Who knows? Will they come back out from the woodwork? I hope so. I don't think this is over. I wonder who, if anyone, will ever solve the third puzzle.
Yes, and guys, if you have any theories, of course, please do let us know.
Man, come on, y'all. We gotta pull up this puzzle.
And don't forget, if you want to watch every Mysteries Monday, you have to hit that notification bell, subscribe.
Hit the bell, you whores!
On Monday with another case.
Hey, we can't wait, bro. We can't wait. And we got this. We got to this video early. It's only at 400 views. We got to this shit hella early. Thank you so much to all the people who do have the notifications on, man. Thank you so much to all the people who keep on supporting the homie Chip, the homie Freezy, bro. Like, they keep on bringing us these fire-ass videos, man. I can't wait. I really want to see, like, a video where they, like, almost like where they're moving. Like, they're doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to almost check out, like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like something, like, I want to see something else with them. You know what I'm saying? With them, like, doing this mystery shit. Maybe, like, hunting. I don't know. We're gonna check out this, but regardless or not, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I love you guys so much for giving me your time today. It really means a lot to me, all right? Big peace, baby.